we are privileged to have Dr. Felicia Nkrumah to welcome us. She is part of the AAU team. She is our host. If she says, we don't want you again, we are leaving. But we know that she has accepted us. But to tell us officially that, oh, we are welcome. So, Dr. Felicia, thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you very much. Maybe let me start off by saying that AAU is your home. This is a home to over 450 higher education institutions across Africa. So this is your home. Please feel free to utilize the space as much as you can. I'm here representing the Secretary General of the Association of African Universities, the person of Professor Olushola Oyewole, who is unable to join us due to other prior commitments. Just to ask, is there anyone who is coming here for the first time? Any of us? Can I see by hand? Okay. So please, you are welcome. As I mentioned again, this is the Association of African Universities. It was established by universities in Africa over 50 years ago. We are almost getting to 60 years, mainly to work with universities to improve on the quality of higher education in Africa. And we work with various development partner institutions and with the universities to implement key programs, mainly to support teaching, research, and community engagement of Africa's higher education. Our special guest, now I'll be reading the official speech. Our special guest, wonderful teams from EGIGFA, and then our fellows. I want to start off by inviting all of us to give a very resounding round of applause to the fellows for this year. I understand it was a very competitive process, so we are all winners, and we want to start off by acknowledging all of you. It is indeed an honor and a pleasure to join you today at this year's Ghana School on Internet Governance, organized by E-Governance and Internet Governance Foundation for Africa, EGIGFA. On behalf of the Secretary General, Professor Olushola Oyewole, I want to extend our warmest greetings and congratulations to EGIGFA for yet another milestone event that continues to inspire the next generation of Internet leaders, researchers, and advocates. Let me begin by acknowledging the invaluable partnership between AAU and EGIGFA over the years. This collaboration has grown stronger with each initiative we've embarked on together. We recall with pride the Universal Acceptance Day celebrations in 2024 and in 2025, just recently. I remember because I was at that event as well. And these events have not only raised critical awareness, but also positioned Africa firmly on the global digital inclusion map. EGIGFA's role in making those events successful cannot be overstated. AAU has equally been privileged to host last year's SIG at our secretariat in Accra. I'm sure some of us were here last year. That event brought together diverse voices in internet governance, and we are proud to have contributed to creating a space where such meaningful dialogue could actually take place. These initiatives align deeply with our shared mission to foster inclusive, accessible, and secure internet infrastructure across the continent. We are deeply moved by the recognition of Ms. Nodumo Dlamini, our boss, whose legacy lives on in our hearts and in our works. The AAU Nodumo Award, instituted by EGIGFA in her memory, is a fitting tribute to a visionary leader who passionately championed collaboration in digital transformation. I'm so sure she really would have been here with us, given that the engagement in terms of hosting this event started sometime last year, closely with her leading and representing the AAU. We want to thank EGIGFA for this thoughtful honor. It reinforces our shared values and encourages us to keep building on the foundation she laid. At the AAU, we are steadfast in our efforts to advance internet development, both within Ghana and across the African continent. Some of our ongoing and recent activities includes supporting universal acceptance readiness among African universities through curriculum development, technical training, and policy dialogue in collaboration with ICANN under the Coalition for Digital Africa banner. We've also been working closely with partners to enhance capacity through our regional workshops, such as the upcoming directors training on computer security, incident response teams, and digital infrastructure resilience in collaboration with FIRST, which is a global forum for incident response and security teams. We've also been working to drive institutional digital transformation, including the deployment of open source platforms for higher education management, virtual learning environment, and digital repositories. We've been working with all of you and partners that are maybe not currently here with us in this room to create safe platforms for knowledge sharing. We've been leveraging our AU TV broadcast as well and our various webinars to reach thousands of viewers across Africa. These efforts are really rooted in our vision of a digitally empowered higher education ecosystem that fully leverages the internet for teaching, for research and innovation, as well as social impact, which is a core task of higher education and our stakeholders that we work with. As we gather here today, let us be reminded that the future of Africa's internet is not something to be observed from a distance. It is something we must shape actively and inclusively. Together with partners like EGIGFA, we can build an internet that reflects our identities, serve our communities, and safeguards our freedom. Once again, thank you very much for coming to host your event here with us. We look forward to continuing this journey for a better connected, better governed digital Africa. And do feel free to come here to walk in and to engage us anytime. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Felicia. We are now welcome, and then we are privileged to have the president of the EC with us. So GhanaSIG, we are blessed to have our executive committee. So we have the president in the name of Faiza Seidu. So she'll give us a welcome address.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Oh, why haven't you had breakfast this morning? Good morning. Good morning. How are you all doing? I'm good. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, esteemed speakers, and fellows in training, good morning once again. It's a privilege and a heartfelt joy to welcome you all to the face-to-face session of the 2025 GhanaSIG. On behalf of the fellow executive committee, I extend our warmest welcome and congratulations to each and every one of you for making it this far. Over the past few weeks, many of us connected through WhatsApp, heard familiar voices on Zoom, Google Meet, and began the first step of the journey together. But now we are here, gathered in person, with the energy, focus, and commitment to truly immerse ourselves in what this experience has to offer. This moment is significant. It marks the shift from exploring to embodying, from learning about internet governance to beginning to live it through action, collaboration, and leadership. As your fellow's president, I want to assure you that this space was created not to inform you, but to empower you. You are not here by accident. Each of you was chosen because you represent potential to influence policy, shape public discourse, innovate solutions, and advocate for a digital future that is open, secure, inclusive, accessible, and also yet uniquely African, yet globally relevant. At GhanaSIG, we believe that the internet governance isn't just a field, it's a responsibility. Whether your interest lies in digital rights, data protection, cybersecurity, emerging technologies, or content regulation, you have a role to play. And over the next 4 days, we hope to deepen your understanding, sharpen your voice, and also strengthen your network. I'd like to take a moment to reintroduce your fellows executive committee. They are not here, but I'll still introduce them. So we serve as a bridge between the alumni community and GhanaSIG leadership, ensuring continuity, support, representation of fellows' voices. This year, the executive committee comprises, the vice president is in the person of Abdul Rafiu Husseini. The ladies' representative is in the person of Princess Lovia Tete, and the administrator is in the person of Sarah Yaira Tay, and myself, Faiza, as your president. They are not here, but you would meet them later on. So we are here as your community, ready to support you, and not only through this training, but well beyond it. We want you to succeed, and we want to see you thrive as part of this growing network. So this year's theme is Beyond Access, Building a Trustworthy, Inclusive, and Open Internet for All. So it's not just inspirational, it's intentional. The world is changing, and so we need voices like you to be informed, voices that is ethical, passionate, and also to shape what comes next. So as we begin this face-to-face session, I encourage you all to ask questions, be present, be bold, learn from the experts, but also learn from each other, build relationships, exchange ideas, challenge respectfully, and most importantly, remember why you are here. So you are not yet fellows, you are fellows in training. But you are on your way, and when this journey is complete, it won't just be about certificates. It will be about your readiness to show up in your communities, institutions, and also countries as leaders in internet governance. Thank you once again to the EGIGFA leadership, our speakers, mentors, and guests, and each and every one of you who has made this year's program possible. And to our fellows in training, you are all welcome, and let's make this 4 days matter. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Faiza. So one thing I picked from what she said, which I would like to just remind you of. She said, be present. You can be here and not be here. And if that happens, then it means that you are just going to waste the time. Whatever you left at home is in safe hands. So be present. Don't be here and be thinking about house matters or office matters or Nigeria. Nah, everything is fine there. Okay, so let's move on and then have our next speaker. Let me say she's the reason we are here. If she says this year, no fellowship, we will not be here. If she says she has that power. So you've interacted with her several ways, but maybe you would be meeting her for the first time. So let me use this opportunity to introduce the fellowship manager, Mrs. Sarata Omani, to give her presentation. She's the Oga Kotakota of GhanaSIG. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Karen. Yes, it's not easy to be here. I said I have to come and see my fellows. Are you fellows yet? We are almost there, and we will get there. Yes. We are grateful that you were all able to make it to this far. It's not been easy, but I like the enthusiasm. We set a record. Should I talk about our record? Yeah. The good one or the other one? All right. So we have in our midst a very great person. She's had time to be with us. She's going to still be with us. Okay. We are taking part of her time, but we'll try as much as possible so that she can come in and then have a word with us. Okay. There's a team that is working with me. So before I go on with my presentation, I'd like to invite the team up here because you have not seen most of them. You don't know them, you interact with them. So I'm going to call the team up and then would see them. Now you can put a face to the name. So I'll start with Raymond, Karen, Kubi. Emmanuel, please join us. Our lawyer, Jake. Yes. So these are the team that are on site with us. Our first online meeting, you heard their names. So now you can put faces to them. Let them introduce themselves so that you can.
Hi, and welcome once again. My name is Jacob Odame Baden. I am VP for Legal and Engagement, part of the EGIGFA team. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Raymond. You can call me Salom. That's my favorite name. I'm part of the EGIGFA team.
As what?
As the founder and the president. Thank you.
Okay, hi, my name is Dr. Karen Malo. I'm the research officer for EGIGFA.
Emmanuel Gadasu is my name. I'm the VP IT and Innovation.
I'm Godsway Kubi, the digital media strategist.
Is Gloria around? I miss Gloria. Gloria, she stepped out. Okay, so we have Gloria. She's also around. And Gloria is leading our Women in Internet Governance program. So the rest, as they come in, we'll introduce them to you. Okay. So thank you so much, team. It's a pleasure working with you. And we've been working for the past 6 years. It's amazing. Please, can I have my program now? I'm not going to talk much. It's more about the infograph and the reason why you are here. Okay. So next slide, please. So this is the outline of the presentation. We are going to look at the profile of GhanaSIG. But once there was a presentation done during the online engagement, I may skip that one. Just a few on it. And then we'll do the GhanaSIG faces. Then we look at the selection, then the highlights, and then ICANN participation. Okay. So Ghana School and Internet Governance, as I said, is still young. Okay. And our aim is to build the capacity of not only Ghanaians, but all those that we are interacting with. The initial idea was to build the capacity of Ghanaians, but we've grown beyond that due to interest that other countries were showing in our program. The idea is to give you the skills that will enable you to participate locally as well as globally. So that is why we keep pressuring you. On the global space, it's not that easy. So GhanaSIG is a program under EGIGFA. EGIGFA, for the sake of our visitors, is E-Governance and Internet Governance Foundation for Africa. And we are a member of the Dynamic Coalition on Ghana Schools on Internet Governance. For areas to be covered during the next 4 days, in addition to the 3 weeks online we did, these are the areas. We are looking at international trade, cybersecurity, engagement in the IG space. We are looking at universal acceptance, digital inclusion, human rights and digital rights, blockchain, consensus building. You heard that one. A question was asked, nobody answered, so we'll face it today. For our faces, okay. Our phases, it starts with the open application. And this year we had about 430 applicants. And out of that, we had to come down to 52. So that is why we kept pushing. If you've been able to sail through, you have to end and become a fellow. Okay. So over 430 applications were received. And then we went through the selection, the acceptance, and then we had the orientation for the selected fellows in training. We also had selection for mentors. So the mentors, they equally apply. It's not a given. The fact that you become a fellow doesn't mean that automatically you become a mentor. No, you have to apply. It's voluntary, all right, but you should be willing to support others in the ecosystem. So after the training for the mentors, we start our fellowship online. This year, it was quite intensive. I know, normally it's supposed to be 4 weeks, but you had 3 weeks. But you did work out for yourselves. You did well. Next to our online training, as we keep pushing you, urging you on, because that is just another step, we come to what we are doing today. That is the face-to-face training. Then after the face-to-face training, we have the fellowship report and then a project. The project is an add-on this year. It's an innovative thing, and we encourage all of you to participate. After the 4 days, after the jump, that is not the end of it. All right. So this is how it came. We have 77 Ghanaians out of the 52 that were selected, and then we had 23 other nationals. In terms of the women and men breakdown, okay, so for Ghanaians, we selected 40, making up the 77%, and then 12 for other nationals. For the men-women ratio, the numbers, I think we had 16 for females, and then 36 for males. Okay, so as you go around, you check your numbers and then you ponder on these numbers. But we keep encouraging, especially the women. Because the men, we can't go alone, right? We have to go with our backup. Since we are about 50% of the population, if we are not in there, it means it will not sustain. In terms of stakeholders, as we keep saying, the GhanaSIG, the IG space, is not for only technical people. So this is the breakdown of the stakeholders from which we select all of you. So we have the international organization and civil society. We have ISPs and technical community. We have end users. Okay. Once you are online, majority of you fall under that as well. We have security services, the government organization, businesses and commerce, and then we have the academia. So academia, it includes the students and lecturers. So we have lecturers in here, we have students in here as well. So the fellowship has been running for 6 years and it's going to continue. We are not ending yet because it is passion that brought us here. It is a team of individuals who had experience, had the exposure, and we decided to start. So it's going to continue. And we want you to also take that legacy out there. You also have to continue. So these are the numbers for the past 6 years, including this year. That is the selection we've done. So we have 32 indicating the total. And you have the breakdowns in terms of the males and females as well. These are some of the highlights that we go through. It's a yearly program, and it's not easy because all of us are equally working, and we are doing this in addition. As I said, it's passion that brought us here, so we're going to continue. So for our highlights, we have our application and selection. We have the online training we go through. We have our 1 week on-site training. We have the projects by fellows that's going to be done. And then we also have group presentations, which you did online, and we're going to continue on-site as well. And for the plus, this year, this group, for your plus, you did amazing with your presentations. First time presenting on all these topics. You had limited time, and you had to sit as a group online to do it. And you did amazing job. Let's give it up for ourselves. Okay. So this is it. Our fellows, up to 2024, we've trained over 200 fellows. And you're going to be part of the group very soon. And our fellows have been able to go through some guidance, and they've participated in a number of other fellowship programs. It includes the ICANN, we have the AfriSIG as well. And there's West Africa one as well that we have our fellows also participating. And for engagement, we pushed you to participate in one of the ICANN activities, right? Yes, we know you'll be confused because you have not even finished with the online training, but it's all part of it. Sometimes you have to get confused that you can learn. Yes. So you have to be volunteering. This ecosystem, that is it. The word there is to volunteer. So be prepared to volunteer, and you will learn a lot as well. So you volunteer in various ways. In IG, that is internet governance. You can also volunteer in ICANN activities. We have the ISOC chapter. We'll introduce you to as well that you can equally volunteer in there. And the program, as you know, is fully funded. You didn't pay anything participating. What we did was for you to do your tests, for you to do your online activities. That is why we kept pushing you. Because if I am paying you, you don't have to use AI to give me answers. You rewrite them. Okay. So this program is fully sponsored by EGIGFA. You are equally welcome to introduce us to organizations that will assist us when it comes to sponsorship. Over the years, we're able to provide accommodation to some fellows because we had some funds to support. But I think this time the funds were depleting, so we couldn't provide a lot in that angle. But we hope next year it will be much better. Okay. Now, ICANN. This is the road so far. Since we started, almost every year, we produce a fellow who becomes a fellow in ICANN. So right from ICANN 72, so these are the fellowship that goes through. So ICANN 72, we had one GhanaSIG fellow becoming an ICANN fellow. 73, we had 4. That was massive. 75, we had 1. 76, we had 2. 79, we had Next Gen. You know of Next Gen, right? Especially for students. So we had 1 going in for Next Gen, and then we had 1 also going in for ICANN fellow. Then 80, we had 2. 82, we had 1. 83, we had 1. And then the recent announcement, that is our 10th entry, we had 2. So this should motivate you to wake up. Okay. I sound sleeping already. More women. So the question is, who next? Who is the next ICANN fellow that we are getting? Who is the next gen from this group? Start thinking about it. Is it going to be Yusuf, Robert, Olabimpe, Frank, Awiya, Albert, Lillian? So you are all there. Who is going to be the next? We will be happy to have 10 people coming from GhanaSIG. And each year, ICANN runs 3. And 2 are for new members. So it's possible for us to go in all the 3. Because you hit the first one, you can go to policy, and then we continue. So that should be your target. Thank you all for listening to me. And thank you for coming.
Thank you, Madam Sarata. So who is the next ICANN fellow? Nice. As for Next Gen, you don't have any option. So, Awoya, you don't have any option then. Okay, you can do it, right? Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let's move on and have there has been a personality in our midst since morning. I don't know if you were able to figure the person out. I'm not going to say he or she for you to start thinking. So I don't know if you have been able to figure the person out, but whether you were able to figure the person out or not, it's a privilege for us, for the person to be with us. We don't take it for granted, considering the time. I'm so trying not to say he or she. So considering the time the person has been here, we truly appreciate the time, the effort, and agreeing to speak with us, right? So please let me introduce to you our key speaker for this session or the morning, Madam Kate Ado. Does it ring a bell? Okay, so it rings a bell somewhere, but to others, it doesn't ring a bell, right? You don't know who she is. Okay. You don't know who she is. You'll be here, they'll come for you. All right, so we are privileged and very blessed and happy to have Madam Kate Addo with us. She's the Coordinating Director, Public Affairs, Parliament of Ghana. You're not saying, You're not saying, You are trying to look around. Where is she sitting? Okay. All right, so let me tell you a brief about her. So Madam Kate Addo serves as the Coordinating Director of Media Relations, Public Engagement, Parliamentary Broadcasting, and the Parliamentary Visitors Center at the Parliament of the Republic of Ghana. In this role, she oversees the strategic coordination of these departments, ensuring effective communication and maintaining a positive institutional image through consistent public engagement. Her career began in 1996 as a broadcast journalist with the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, where she worked as a reporter, news anchor, and TV presenter. Rising to the position of assistant editor, she played a significant role in shaping news content before transmission to the parliamentary services in August 2004 as Deputy Director of Public Affairs. Over the years, she steadily advanced through the ranks, eventually assuming her current leadership role. Beyond her parliamentary duties, Madam Kate is also an entrepreneur and philanthropist. She founded Optimum Consultancy, a media placement firm specializing in publicity and advertisement services, as well as the Duo Foundation. That's a charitable organization dedicated to supporting orphans and underprivileged children in inner city communities. Academically, Madam Kate holds an LLB from the GhanaSIG Law School, a master's degree in international communications from Leeds University, and a master's degree in public administration from the Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, GhanaSIG. She is currently pursuing a PhD in public policy and governance, further strengthening her expertise in policy development and institutional management. With extensive experience in parliamentary affairs, public relations, and media management, Madam Kate has developed deep insights into political communication, workplace dynamics, and leadership in governance. Her expertise in coordinating groups and navigating complex political structures has been instrumental in enhancing public engagement and institutional transparency. I don't know how you're feeling, but I'm inspired by that. And then it is my privilege and honor to welcome Madam Kate Addo.
Do you know how much pressure that puts on me? When my team wrote that profile, I was like, are you people sure? But thank you for inviting me, and thank you, Dr. Gloria, for asking me to come. I was told to come at 9, and I was told not to be late, so I was here 10 to 9. And then I got here at 9 and sat down. And I was thinking to myself, when is this going to start? So I was asking Thelma, are you sure we should wait here or should go out? But I said, okay, let's sit. Let's also, when they said people should volunteer, I nearly, said, can you make me a rep? Because I wanted to see what BMP was going to do, because I was sort of rooting for you when you had started, and then there was no opposition and there was opposition. I was like, okay, let her win. But I was also rooting for the other one when she came up. I said, okay, girl power. But thank you very much for asking me to be here today. I'm very happy to be here. And I noticed that I'm speaking to better minds on the subject. And so I don't know if my speech is going to cut it, but I think it will. So talking about stressful situations, I wasn't given the topic that I was going to talk on. So I said, okay, internet governance, what is it? I asked Meta. Meta told me something. I asked ChatGPT, told me something. And I asked another app, and it told me the same thing. I said, okay, what do I think about it? And then I said, okay, let me look at the theme. So I looked at the theme, and then I said to Thelma, my secretary, that, Thelma, let's think this through. If, I don't know this space. This is uncharted waters for me, but it's very interesting waters for me as well. So I said, okay, let's think through this. What would I like to see in this space? And I think that's what I'm going to talk about. And for people like you, I think that you should give us, people like us, what we should expect in terms of the space that you are in and the protocols that should govern the space that you are in. So I will go ahead and read my prepared speech. And I don't take it lightly when I say that it is with great honor and a sense of purpose that I join you today to reflect on a matter that has in the recent past been of great interest to me as a person, and which I reckon, given the current communication stratosphere, is of importance to everybody in this room and across the globe. In today's contemporary digital age, the internet has become the most important and reliable means of daily interactions, communication and information dissemination and sharing, which is what I do. It also serves as the backbone of global communications, commerce, education, and governance. For us in this room today, we have demonstrated our keen interest and commitment in not just creating access to the internet for all, but also ensuring that internet spaces are safe for use by all. These, coupled with issues of safety and protection, are the basis of my address to you this morning. According to Statista, and I'm sure you all do know that, 5.52 billion people use the internet worldwide, accounting for 67.5% of the world's population. 5.35 billion people accessed the internet in 2024 last year, equating to 66.2% of global population. 97 million people have started using the internet for the first time over the past 12 months, showing a year-on-year increase of 1.8%. It is also estimated that, on the average, an individual spends 6 hours and 31 minutes daily using the internet. 95.9% of internet users use smartphones to browse the internet. Social media is used by almost 95% of internet users globally, accounting for 5.17 billion social media users. These statistics show that gradually and steadily, individuals, peoples, and groups are gaining access to the internet, irrespective of their location or literacy levels. This is what makes the theme for today's program, Beyond Access, Building a Trustworthy, Inclusive, and Open Parliament, Open Internet for All, relevant. We've been talking a lot about open parliament and open governance, so forgive me if I say open parliament when I mean open internet. Again, all the 17 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals emphasize expanded ICT access, security, and trust as essential ingredients to accelerate progress. Goal 9 of the SDGs in particular stress the building of resilient infrastructure, promotion of inclusivity, and fostering innovation, among others. An inclusive internet is one where barriers, whether they are economic, linguistic, geographic, or gender-based, are eliminated to ensure that all can participate fully in the internet space. The digital future must be designed with everyone in mind and with no one left behind. An open internet has freedom of expression, interoperability, and innovation as key elements while upholding the rights and dignity of all users. It's important to create environments where diverse perspectives can flourish without fear, and where ideas transcend borders and interactions lead to the mutual understanding and progress of all who are concerned and involved. A trustworthy internet is one that is hinged on the values of integrity, accountability, and the responsible stewardship of information. To this end, it is imperative to work to ensure that digital spaces are protected against disinformation, misinformation, deepfake, and various forms of cybercrime, and the general erosion of public confidence. Field experts assert that for this to happen, policy, technology, and ethical leadership must converge and to be properly regulated. Now, this leads me to thoughts on how the internet space is governed, which is why you're here. Internet governance, as you know better, deals with the collective processes through which decisions and policies concerning the development, operation, and use of the internet are made. It involves a complex, and I had ecosystem there, but I thought ecosystem, let me say mixture, because mixture sort of does it more for me, of stakeholders, including government, private companies, civil society, technical experts, and international organizations. It must be participatory, as you know, rights-based, and globally coordinated. A good governance regime requires collaboration from governments, again, civil society, and the private sector. A good example of such collaborative efforts include the increased access to the internet and digital technologies and the opportunities they present for social and economic development. In today's geopolitical spaces, for example, governments and legislatures use the internet for diplomatic relations, and we do that a lot in Ghana Parliament. I'm sure you do follow the Ghana Parliament page, and we also use that for interaction with other democracies. Internet governance also includes the development and application of shared principles, norms, rules, decision-making procedures, and programs that shape the evolution and utilization of the internet. This includes the management of critical internet resources, such as domain names and IP addresses, the establishment of protocols and standards, and the formulation of policies on cybersecurity, data protection, and content regulation. This is relevant in the light of the challenges that the almost unfettered access to information that the internet gives all of us. As the theme for this program suggests, beyond providing access to the internet, it is also important to put in measures to protect the users in the space, with special emphasis on those in vulnerable groups. For instance, at the moment, globally, 33% of children below the ages of 18 are on the internet. According to the US National Center for Education Statistics, 91.2% of children between the ages of 3 and 18 use the internet. 89% of these children access the internet from home, while the others use school facilities. Here in Ghana, 90.5% of children aged between 8 and 17 have access to the internet. The average age of first-time users is from 12 and below. 45.7% of the children use smartphones, and 21.6% of them use laptops and computers. Market women, farmers, rural dwellers, etc., use the internet on a daily basis for business and pleasure. So obviously, the internet presents many positives. The positive effects include educational advancement, skill development, social connectivity. There are, however, many negatives, as you know, and these include exposure to inappropriate content, cyberbullying, and online exploitation, addiction, and reduced well-being, privacy, and security risks. The fear of exclusion due to absence from the internet space can lead to anxiety, while prolonged use can also result in sedentary lifestyles which lead to certain diseases. So what does this mean for us in Ghana? Implications for Ghana include the digital divide. While access is growing, differences remain between urban and rural areas, potentially widening the education and social gaps. Today's activity is one of the timely opportunities that help us to deepen collaboration across governments, civil society, academia, and the private sector. And I say this because all of you here represent all these groups that I've mentioned here. We must shape governance frameworks that are people-centered, transparent, and responsive to the digital age. There's also the need to put in place policies and parental engagement measures to keep the internet space safe, as well as the need for digital literacy and a cultural shift. I saw this quote somewhere, and I think its resonance is most appropriate here. And it says that, "Let us be reminded that the measures of our digital transformation is not simply in megabytes or networks, but in the lives empowered, the communities uplifted, and the futures secured. And so, as we seek to make the internet more accessible, we must be mindful of the needs of those who use it. Users must be able to trust the space and, most importantly, feel safe there. So on this note, let me once again express my greatest pleasure at being asked to be the guest of honor for this auspicious occasion and to declare your 4-day program duly opened and ask that God crown all our efforts with great success. Thank you very, very much.
In fact, she deserves another round of applause. It couldn't have been more better. And thank you, Madam, for opening the session for us. And we are grateful. And now, I think we will all be steady. But yeah is here. All right? Okay. Good. All right. On this note, we continue in that same spirit and we'll be inviting our very own Reverend, not doctor yet, but he's a Reverend. Reverend Raymond Salom Mamata to also welcome us in his capacity as the founder and president of EGIGFA. All right, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. Good morning once again. So in GhanaSIG, we are not only about internet governance, we also discover talent and skills. On that note, I invite Ezra for a surprise.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to thank Reverend Mamata for this great honor. I'd like to thank Team EGIGFA and GhanaSIG for this great privilege. And I'd like to thank everyone for being here today. My name is Ezra. I know most of you know me, and I have a poetry to share with you. And the title of the poetry is GhanaSIG Fellows, the Voices of the Internet. In the heart of Accra, where the baobab trees grows, new seas of GhanaSIG Fellows are sown. From Cape Angela to Cape Agahos, from Tamale Drums to Cape Coast Breeze, GhanaSIG, rise with ease. GhanaSIG, that's you and me. It is time for presentations. We are preparing our slides, trying to understand the works of Afralo and the likes. For fueling our Pan-African dreams, GhanaSIG flies higher. Wi-Fi might be shaky. ECG or NEPA might blink, but learning continues. From DNS fundamentals to registrant basics, from course to course, we master the ICANN terms. We talk about rights, data, and voice, internet neutrality, freedom, and digital choice. We question and claim the right to connect, to speak, and to name. We shape the future of the internet for all. We discuss internet governance, anti-harassment, ICANN public meetings, and GNSOs with African flair. Ubuntu in spirit in our online quest. Akan, Hausa, Swahili, or Yoruba. One continent, one goal, and that's to be the best. So listen up, world. Take your seat. The next IG leaders are on their feet. The next IG leaders are on their feet. We not only, GhanaSIG does not only train with tech, but with culture, truth, and full respect. So, this is to the fellows and the fellows in training. We are the voices of tomorrow, and we are already speaking today. GhanaSIG, more of him. GhanaSIG, more of him. GhanaSIG, more of him. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ezra. And be on the lookout for the next talent to be discovered. Our special guest, Madam Kate Addo, representatives from AAU, colleagues from Team EGIGFA, mentors, our famous and soon-to-be fellows. Or are you fellows yet? The media, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited to welcome all of you to the 6th annual edition of the GhanaSIG Fellowship. This year's fellowship is a build-up on the previous 5 editions with a lot of improvements. Our special guests, this year, as usual, we selected 52 participants, including 12 from abroad and 40 within Ghana, among 430 applicants. Some notable additions to this year's fellowship are that we have introduced a number of awards, and the winners will be announced on the last day, that is on Friday. Among these is the AAU Nodumu Award, which will be awarded to one of the soon-to-be fellows. This award is in memory of Madam Nodumu Damini, who was a staff of AAU and played a key role in the internet governance, not only in Ghana, but globally. Furthermore, as part of our collaborations to enrich the fellowship, we have reached an agreement with AAU to get one of their nominees to be automatically selected for the fellowship. And I'm happy to mention that Frank Asefua is the recipient of this automatic selection to represent the AAU. Congratulations, Frank. Selected fellows, this is a great opportunity to learn about internet governance and to engage. We hope you make good use of the opportunity and contribute your quota to enriching the internet, which belongs to all of us. Make good memories and friends, which is necessary for the future. Ladies and gentlemen, This fellowship would not be possible without the support of our fellows, such as Dr. Matthias Hedo, Dr. Gloria Saku Kumeu, Gloria Amofa Ajekum, and Awal Mohammed. We have also received support from entities such as SA, whose CEO is among us, and which is the first ever time that a fellow in training is supporting. Thank you, Pastor Solomon. That's the man there. The other entities are Love Aid Foundation and Fusion Legal, whose senior partner is also our colleague, lawyer Jacob, from the EGIGFA team. Thank you, Jake. Ladies and gentlemen, the next few days we shall be spending together here. I encourage you to make memories, enjoy the sweet confusion from the onset, and enjoy the rest of the training. Thank you. So whilst waiting for my team to take over, we'll be breaking out for, Madam Sarata, we'll be breaking out for pictures. And after that, we'll go for snack break and come back to have the first presentation. Madam Sarata.
Thank you, Ray. Please, let's give it up for him again. This one, I'm wearing one shoe of MCs. They're supposed to take over. I'm wearing one of their shoes. Okay. When I was doing the introduction, one of our team members who is around was not seated. So, Madam Gloria, please. And then we have our mentors. They've done an amazing job. Some of you would not have been here if not for the push of these mentors. So mentors, please be on your feet, those who are here. Let's see, we have 10 of them. Yes. So the rest, wherever they are, we say thank you so much for your support. Please, introduce yourselves. Be upstanding. Okay, they'll also introduce. Please, our mentors, be upstanding. They cut across, that's good.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Wedrago Isuf Alan Wisdom from Burkina. I've been 2022 Fellow, 2023 and 2025 Mentor. Nice meeting you in person and wish you all the best.
Hi, I'm Stephen Dachi. Yeah, so I was a mentor and nice meeting all of you. Hello, I'm Stephen Dachi. 2020 fellow, we're the maiden fellow, and that's my third time being a mentor. And I'm nice meeting all of you.
Hi, my name is Faiza. 2022 fellow and 2025 mentor.
Please, did you hear her?
Hi, good morning once again. My name is Faiza, 2022 fellow and 2025 mentor.
Thank you.
I'm Nelly Okuno. I'm Nelly Okuno, a 2023 fellow and a mentor.
I'm Gloria Mofejekum, 2024 fellow and a mentor.
Okay, who else? Okay, I think that is all for now. Yeah. So if there are some online, I think
some people are online. I need to introduce as well. Yes, and the first. Okay, I'm not online. So check my phone. Okay, I can see. Ayada, if you can hear us, you can just introduce yourself. Ayada Achel, if you can hear us. Hello. Ayada Achel Alhaji, if you can hear us, just raise your hand and unmute and speak. You can't hear us. Okay. Oh, is it that they cannot unmute him? Okay, Achel, you can go ahead. I think you've unmuted now. Go ahead. Hold on. We can't hear you now. Hold on. Okay, speak. You can speak now. Let's see. Oh, I think, hold on. We are having a little bit technical challenge, so please hold on. Okay, so whilst we wait for Achel, I'm also a 2023 fellow. Okay, please, are we able to resolve that so that we can? Okay. So I think, Mr. Gadasu, please, over to you.
All right. I think that has been very brief and exciting. So the tone has now been set. But in the meantime, we need to also set some other things, right? So it's time for us to go for a coffee break. Is it a coffee break or a starter or whichever? All right, let's get something. Okay, I think Hadia is online now. She can do that briefly and then.
Okay, so Madam Hadia, please, if you can hear us, please, over to you. We are. Okay, so we have Madam Hadia in our mix, who is currently our Afralo chair. You know, I know you all have been seeing Afralo during your trainings, but we have the boss here to speak to us today. So Madam Hadia, please, over to you. If you can hear us, please.